boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here from the beautiful North Carolina Charlotte Motor Speedway, the home of the always amazing SlingShot Sim Racing Series, presented to you by Race City Racing Memorabilia. As these drivers ready to rock and roll, you get a great look there at Ty Dickinson in the U.S. Air Force number 67 ride. A beautiful looking machine out there on the racetrack. As drivers get ready to rock and roll, we get ready to set them loose for a wild evening of racing action. As the action will get underway here in just a few more moments, as drivers are lined up down on the front straightaway and they are ready to rock and roll. And starting on the pole in the number 19 machine, that is Sean Jessic there in the Anything EC. To his outside in the 44 ride, that is Joseph Gravala. Starting in position number 3 in the 82, that is Christopher DeWald. To his outside in the beautiful Papa Mike Promotions NLR House of Speed number 2, that is Jeremy Vaughn. Starting in position number 5 in the 54 ride, that is Lane Phillips. Into his outside in the 41, that is Willie McKellar. The Liberty University 71 ride of Greg O'Berry going to start there in 7th. He's got Nicholas Cody in the Tracker Boats number 45 ride to his outside. Leroy Colblin's going to start in the 9th spot, and rounding out our top 10, it's Isaac Brock in the 21. Blake Murray in the beautiful Grip Hackney Live NLR House of Speed machine going to start there in 11th with Zach Lockett there to his outside. Christian Delgado going to start in the 13th spot. He'll have Nathan Nixon right there to his outside in the Rock Solid Rigs Sparkle and Shine Anything EC number 6 ride. Timothy Stubblefield will round out our top 15 as he'll have the 46 of Adam Pettit there to his outside. Ty Dickinson going to start in the 17th position as the Sweet Tea Gang Black Diamond Mafia machine going to start there in 17th. He has James Smith to his outside. You see Ronald Lousy in a beautiful looking number 15 ride, a beautiful looking ride there for Lousy, and then you see the number 9 of Chris Smith there to his outside. Charles Barnes in the NLR machine there in position number 22. Daniel Doe, Nathan Smith, Michael Madden, John Fowler, Cody DeForge, Bryce Dickinson, Russell Martin Jr., Andrew Hainsley, Gary Wright, and Doug Roth bringing up the rear of the field as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are quickly green flag racing here on a very beautiful Memorial Day scheme of a race here. I know it's not actually Memorial Day anymore, but these drivers are treating it just as such, like they would if they were running Sunday night on Memorial Day. It's out in front. Sean Jessic going to lead us down the back straightaway here. Nice and easy down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4. The 19 rider Sean Jessic in the Anything EC Camry is going to lead lap number 1 here at the SlingShot Sim Racing Series, presented to you by Race City Racing Memorabilia. He's got Christopher DeWald right there on his back bumper in the Sim Motion 44 ride. Joseph Gravala there in position number 3. It's Gravala looking to keep on moving forward here, trying to work himself towards the front of the field, already into that 3rd spot. He's not done yet. He's looking to try to jump right onto the back bumper here of that 82 ride. Lane Phillips back in position number 4. Beautiful looking ride here from Mr. Phillips. And then you see Greg O'Berry, Leroy Colblin's, Nicholas Cody, William McKellar, Isaac Brock, and Jeremy Vaughn rounding out our top 10. But Vaughn's got his hands full. This Christian Delgado already at 3 positions here is going to steamroll around his outside. It's the Sim Motion 31 machine up into the top 10 now. He's got Nathan Nixon trying to follow him right on through, trying to make easy work of that Grip Hackney Live Papa Mike Promotions number 2 ride of Jeremy Vaughn. Adam Pettit trying to work himself up through the field as well, as he's currently up into that 13th position. Zach Lockett sliding backwards as Keith Hackney in the Team Conti Performance Papa Mike Promotions number 91 ride, already at 5 positions here, finds himself inside the top 15 as he's worked himself around Blake Murray. Murray unfortunately sliding backwards here, already down 5 positions. He's got Ty Dickinson and Timothy Stubblefield right there behind him. And look at Ronald Lousy making a little contact there with the outside fence coming off of corner number 4. You want to make sure you don't do that too often. As out in front, we got a pass for the lead. The 82 ride of Christopher DeWald is going to jump up and take that top spot away. Move. Sean Jessic now back to third as Greg O'Barry also going to work himself now up in the second year. So O'Barry marching his way towards the front of the field here is now it's the Liberty University number 82 and 71 teammates at the front of the field here in this one. Nathan Smith coming in, showing the love here. Starting deep, he says. Starting deep, says Nathan Smith. Carol Hainsley says, you go. Andrew Hainsley, number 29, you got it. You got this. He's definitely looking good. Tasha coming in, showing the love with the heart reaction. Mama Bear, Ty Dickinson, all coming in with the heart reactions. Bryce Dickinson with the heart reaction and the share. John Fowler coming in with the like and the share, as well as Andrew Hainsley with that like and the share as well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. These drivers putting on one heck of a show here for us in this one as Christopher DeWall leads the way. Greg O'Barry, his teammate, try to track him down. They're starting to open up a little bit of a gap now between themselves and our third place driver, our pole sitter, Sean Jessic. Is Jessic there in position number 3 with Joseph Gravala back in position number 4, looking for more here. He's got William McKellar and Lane Phillips door to door right there behind him. One of the best battles on the racetrack right here is the Dragon Ball Z number 41 ride, trying to work himself down low and underneath that 54 ride, trying to take that 5th position away. He's going to travel up the racetrack a little bit through 3 and 4. Almost made contact. That got very tight in a quick hurry. Luckily enough for Lane Phillips, he's able to keep a handle of that car and keep on rolling and not make any of those issues. As Tasha coming in with the Purple Heart. I love it. Tasha coming in, showing the big love here in this one. And a very, very beautiful, paint schemes here. Each and every one of these drivers, they've been working on their paint schemes. They've been making their cars look absolutely pretty day after day after day. And, week after week when we see these guys out on the racetrack, man, they are putting in the work. They are making sure that these things are looking absolutely beautiful. And let me tell you, they are some amazing, amazing race cars out there. Some very, very beautiful patriotic paint schemes out there on the racetrack and making things look very, very nice. Valerie says, let's go. Gravala cheering on that 44 ride of Joseph Gravala as currently rolls out there in that 4th position. But right now it's a little bit of a calm before the storm, I think. Drivers are, still trying to move themselves up and down the field here. Some drivers didn't have the best qualifying effort, so they're trying to, rebound kind of from starting deep in the pack. And other drivers are trying to hang on, maybe trying to save some of their equipment here, as this could be a very good green flag run. We've already seen now what we got already 10 laps off the board here, and the laps keep on clicking down more and more and more. So it's making things very interesting here for all these drivers and what they need to do to be able to kind of keep themselves out of trouble out there on the racetrack. I didn't even realize my light was off there. There we go. Let's brighten this up a little bit. This is looking a little dim here, a little dull there with the lights on here. Chat, I'm sorry about that. Is out in front. It's still that 82 of Christopher DeWald and Greg O'Barry. They have now opened up over a second advantage between themselves and Sean Jessic. Gravala, McKellar, our top 5 is Leroy Koblenz in the Sim Motion 42 ride. He's looking to move himself up towards the top 5 here as 42 ride's been moving forward. He's trying to join a teammate of his in the 44 ride up towards the front of the field, and another one of their teammates back in that 31 ride, the Sim Motion number 31 of Christian Delgado, still battling right here. This is just for that 10th spot as the 45 ride of Nicholas Cody looking to try to jump up and take that spot away from him. Beautiful looking ride here for Nicholas Cody out there on the racetrack. See the black and white number 91 ride, Keith Hackney, who's on marching his way through here as well. Picked up a big win last Thursday in the Sweet Tea Gang's Sweet Tea Redemption Tour. And he was able to pick up a very dominating win in that, and that may open up the floodgates here for the 91 ride, as he's been very, very strong in a lot of these races here for the SlingShot Sim Racing Series. unfortunately just hasn't had the outcomes that he's been hoping for, and looking to try to turn the tides here in this one. Jeremy Vaughn already down 10 spots out there on the racetrack. It's off break here for the 2 riders. He's been sliding backwards, trying to keep that car pointed in the right direction, and out of trouble here is Zach Lockett. Ty Dickinson trying to hunt him down. Beautiful looking ride here for Ty Dickinson as the U.S. Air Force 67 ride. Looking very, very stealth out there on the racetrack, looking for a rocket ship here this evening. Timothy Stubblefield, the Barber Company number 92 ride, rolling out there in the 17th spot. Daniel Doe, Chris Smith, Blake Murray are top 20. Then you see James Smith, Michael Madden, Bryce Dickinson in the EMD Farms, Papa Mike Promotions, Dirty Monkey Motorsports 84 ride. They are in that 23rd position as Lousy right there. It is inside a very patriotic paint scheme there for him. A beautiful looking 99 ride for Nathan Smith right there behind him. And then there is our main sponsor here of the series in that number 24 ride. It's the Race City Racing Memorabilia ride. That is the 24 machine of Cody DeForge. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if anyone is in the market for a die-cast race car, whether or not it's from your favorite driver in real life or if you want to get one customly made, make sure you guys get a hold of Race City Racing Memorabilia, and he can try to hook you up and get you some pretty cool die-cast cars out there. As you see a very beautiful looking number 11 ride right there, the JB Designs machine. Sorry, of John Fowler, the U.S. Army number 11 machine. A very, very beautiful looking ride here. John supporting one of his family members here on the car as well. I'm going to pull it up here as I don't want to make a mistake here on what we're reading. So we're going to pull it up, make sure we don't get anything wrong, as he's definitely got a very special someone on board here with him, as he's going to have Sergeant Reynolds, was a E7 sergeant. He fought in Vietnam War and was deployed from 1966 to 1969. He continued to do his time, and he did 20 years with the Army Reserves. He passed away in 2011. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely, John. We appreciate, your son. I know he's now joined the military, and all of our servicemen, servicewomen, and a huge shout to John, doing a very special paint scheme here for not only himself but his entire family. And Sergeant Reynolds lives on here for everyone that he fought for, and all of our rights and freedoms and everything that they helped protect throughout so many wars and everything else. But man, absolutely amazing paint scheme, absolutely amazing ride there for John Fowler, and looking to have himself a great day at the racetrack. Would love to see this 11 ride up towards the front of the field, and maybe towards the end of this one, maybe up inside the top 3, get him in for a nice post-race interview. As that 11 ride currently sitting in about the 27th position out there on the racetrack, as our race leaders out in front. The 82 rider, Christopher DeWall, continuing to lead the way here. DeWall leads them. So far in this race, it's all been that 82 and the 19 of Sean Jessic, who now finds himself back into position number 2 here as Joseph Gravala. Now up into 3rd here as Brango Berry, moving up the racetrack here towards the outside fence, and unfortunately he's starting to slide a little farther backwards here as he's already lost a couple spots and finds himself battling here for that 4th and 5th spot with Leroy Koblenz right down to his inside. But we're going to see our first caution flag of the day fly. Our first caution flag is being displayed here. So the first yellow of the evening, as Michael Dickinson says, "You're my idol, Aaron." Oh my gosh, Michael, come on now. Don't be saying cute things like that. Come on now. Craig Michael Deacon says, "Let's go." Grip Hackney coming in, showing the love here in this one, as well as Papa Mike. Papa Mike in the house with the heart reaction and the share as well. What's good, Papa Mike? Michael Dickinson also coming in with the like on the stream. Amanda Smith coming in, becoming a brand new follower here on Peacemaker Gaming. Amanda, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker Crew. Steven Stefanski, Craig Michael Deacon, Carol Hainsley all coming in with those reactions, as well as some split decisions here to come down pit side. Some drivers coming in a little early. See Christopher DeWall, Grango Berry, Leroy Koblenz, Nicholas Cody all coming down pit side, but there's a lot of non-takers here. Chris Smith, he's coming down pit side, as we'll take a look back and see what brings out our first caution flag of the day, as it looks like Cody DeForge, Ronald Lousy may have ran into some issues here as Race City Racing memorabilia ride. Oh, just comes off the track. Unfortunately, clips that 15. Heavy contact. Oh, brother. Oh, and then Bryce Dickinson gets a big piece of that. I'm not sure who else got in there. A couple other drivers, unfortunately, getting collected right there in that aftermath. As that contact right there just looks like the 24 gets loose coming out of corner number 2, and the car shoots up the racetrack. Unfortunately, he was not clear of that 15 ride, clips him right here, and then unfortunately as the 15 comes down, the 24 is trying to straighten out. They get into each other again, and left rear right down into that inside wall. Heavy contact there for Ronald Lousy, heavy damage for the 24 ride, and then there you go. You see Bryce Dickinson is going to slide in here, and unfortunately as they slide up the racetrack, he's trying to follow the one ride through there, just doesn't have enough room, in the 29 ride of Andrew Hainsley going to get in there and get a big piece of that, as well as the Hainsley Motorsports ride with some pretty heavy damage there as well. So a tough break for the E&D Farms ride, a tough break for the number 29 as well, and obviously some tough breaks, some tough hits out there for Ronald Lousy and Cody DeForge, as both of those drivers are down and off the track. You see Bryce Dickinson down there getting his repairs on that Papa Mike Promotions Warrior Wraps E&D Farms ride right now. Cody DeForge right there behind him trying to get that car fixed up and back out onto the racetrack. And Ronald Lousy with a lot of damage on that Operation Gratitude U.S. Army number 15 ride. A very beautiful paint scheme there, and God, we trust the United States military riding on board here with that 15 ride. Unfortunately, they could not protect that car there in that one. Luckily enough, it's virtual reality. Why hold the brakes? You know, I know. Sometimes it's a little rough, Bryce. It's a little rough sometimes, brother. You know, that's racing, though, and unfortunately, just another race where you're kind of gotten stuck in the wrong place at the wrong time, unfortunately, and some pretty heavy damage there on that 84 ride. Joseph Gravallo says, okay, Gravallo, El Paso is watching. Go Army, let's go. Joe coming in, showing the love. John McNeil says, no, Ron. He's cheered on Ron out there. Unfortunately for Ron, he got some heavy damage there in that one. Him, Cody DeForge, Bryce Dickinson, Andrew Hainsley, all with some very heavy damage. And now we got a bit of a mixed up field here as well, ladies and gentlemen, as this field is kind of spread out a little bit. We got some drivers that came down pit side, some drivers that decided not to come down pit side of our first car off of pit lane, all the way back in position number 22 on the racetrack. So this is Christopher DeWall, the Liberty University ride. Him, his teammate Greg O'Berry. We saw that 82 ride. Was our race leader at the time of the caution flag. Chose to come down pit side, and 21 cars in front of them decided not to come down pit lane. So that's the 82 ride deep in this field. We'll have to see how he can handle trying to get through the traffic, and if they can get through it cleanly, as Greg O'Berry, Leroy Koblenz, Nicholas Cody, all going to be trying to get back up towards the front of the field here after those pit stops right there. Come on, Bryce, get back out there, says Mama Bear. Get back out there, Brycey Bear. Mama Bear's telling you, okay? Mama Bear's telling you. Michael Dickinson says, Bryce and Ty Dickinson. Elliot says, figure it out, uncles. Elliot, thank you. That sums it up right there. Figure it out, boys. Figure it out. Come on now, Bryce and Ty. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Figure it out. Get to the front of the field here. Come on now. It's not that hard. No, I'm just kidding. Ty's doing a great job right now. Currently rolling in that 13th position, the U.S. Air Force ride. Looking mint out there on the racetrack, the 67 machine, the Black Diamond Mafia, Sweet Tea Gang, Papa Mike Promotions machine, looking to try to keep on marching his way towards the top 10 here as we get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. You see that green flag fly. Lap number 25 will come off the board. 26 laps will go up onto it here. We still got a lot of racing action left to go. 120 laps here tell our checkered flag that's a lot of time to move forward or fall backwards here. You got to mind your P's and Q's, keep yourself out of trouble, and keep your car pointed in the right direction here, and try to survive and try to make it to the end and put yourself in the best spot possible. As Sean Jensen quickly gets a great jump here on this restart. Willie McKellar following right there behind him as the Dragon Ball Z41 ride is going to roll up into position number 2 here. Joseph Grabala in the Sim Motion 44 ride is going to be there in third, and here you go. You see Keith Hackney slowly but surely has been working himself to the front of the field here in the 91 ride. Now finds himself up inside the top 5, up 16 positions. Nathan Nixon right there behind him in that 5th spot, up 9 spots on the racetrack. So a lot of drivers moving themselves to the front of the field as we see caution flag number 2 gonna fly here in this one. Looks like possibly some issues here for Daniel Doe and Blake Murray. You see Blake Murray already sliding here. We'll see some contact between Doe and the 83, and I think the 83 gets the better end of this one as he goes sliding down through the infield, basically right through the racetrack there of where the other track would be, the Roval would be. I'm not sure what may have happened here to Daniel Doe as he was going sliding here back up the racetrack. And unfortunately, I think for Doe, he's going to find out the hard way where you make contact right there. Oh, he clips John Fowler. Heavy contact there into the numbers and up into the outside fence in the 20 ride. Hard in there as well. Heavy hit for Russell Martin Jr. And that one ride somehow squeezed through there again. Oh, man. Close call right there for the 29 ride, as well as Andrew Hainsley almost got into his second caution flag here of the evening. Let's see if we can take a look here from on board with this number 1 ride. As Gary Wright, this is the second one. He's been able to just make himself a way through here, just luckily enough able to get through this as sees the smoke, sees it happening, just hoping to find a hole here, and luckily enough, just finds one right there. Unfortunately for John Fowler, he gets some heavy damage there. That's a tough break for the 11 ride. John might have himself just a great day at the racetrack, and unfortunately here, he's going to get some pretty heavy damage on that 11 machine as it's T-boned and hard into the wall, sliding back up the racetrack here. Luckily enough, nobody else really gets a piece of him, so hopefully not too much damage for that 11 machine as take another look, see if we can jump on board here with Andrew Hainsley and take a look from his perspective as this is all going down. Let's see if we can jump into a little bit of a chase camera and see what the 29 ride sees as Andrew blinking a little bit there. Oh man, that was a close call right there for Andrew Hainsley. Wowzers. Oh, a little too far. Woo! Oh baby, that was a very close call there for the 29 ride. He almost got collected in another one as we're getting stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here once again as Fowler down pit side getting that car repaired and back out onto the track. Andrew Hainsley as well. Russell Martin Jr. down pit side. Heavy damage there for Russell Martin Jr. Unfortunately getting tied up in another one. Just nowhere for him to go out there on the racetrack. Daniel Doe heavy damage as well as we'll get them all ready to roll here once again. We'll get ready to go back to battle as Clayton Nielsen coming in, showing the love with that like on the street. Clayton Nelson coming in, showing the love there with that thumbs up. Colby Ely coming in with the thumbs up on the broadcast as well. How are you, Colby? How are you, Clayton? Coming in, showing the love here in this one as Michael Spencer says, I want to protest that 91. JK, that young man, got it going on. Yeah, Keith is, he's a heck of a wheel man, that is for certain, and he's going to be a threat up here at the front of the field, that is for certain. He is a very, very fast driver, very talented driver here on the simulator, and these drivers are going to have to deal with him for quite a while this evening. Come on, John Fowler, get it fixed and back out there, says Mama Bear. I think he's got her somewhat fixed up. Still a bit of damage on that 11 ride, but he does join the rear of the field here and still has it pointed in the right direction, keeping it rolling. So that's good to see. You'll see Bryce Dickinson back out there onto the racetrack as well. Unfortunately for Bryce, he is quite a few laps down, but at least back out there in contention here once again. Man, some great racing action already and a couple quick caution flags as Penny says go Nathan. Cheered on Nathan Nixon out there on the racetrack. And Nixon having a good run as well of 9 spots there in position number 5. As we're going to be right back after this quick message from our sponsors over at Scary Strokes.
Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini-golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your coolish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome to Scary Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini-golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your coolish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters.
Alrighty, as we are back to Green Flag Racing, the Anything EC19 ride of Sean Jessic out in front here is David Chester coming in. So matching that follow button. David, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew. Coming in, so mashing that follow button. Let's go, baby. It's out in front. The 19 ride leads the way. It's the 41, Willie McKellar. Gets up and scrapes the outside wall there off quarter number 4. He's going to lose a ton of momentum down this front straightaway and going to slide almost outside of our top 10. A tough break there for that Dragon Ball Z number 41 ride as he's got her rolling here once again. Hopefully not too much damage. Hopefully no break to the toe length there for the 41 ride as he looks to keep it pointed in the right direction up towards the front of the field. Is out in front. Jessic leads the way here. Another good restart for the 19 ride, but he's got that sim motion. 44, a Joseph Gravala right there on his back bumper. Joseph looking to try to jump up and make a move here as he gets up into the outside wall ever so slightly there as well. Nathan Nixon now up into third as Adam Pettit and Keith Ackley battling here door to door for that 4th and 5th position on the racetrack. Christian Delgado right there behind him as another sim motion ride trying to work himself up inside the top 5. Then you see that car that made some hard contact there with the outside fence. The Dragon Ball Z 41 ride of Willie McKellar there in 7th. Jeremy Vaughn rolling out in position number 8. He's got the 21 ride of Isaac Brock and Zach Lockett right there around him as the 45 ride of Nicholas Cody continue to look to see if he can work himself inside the top 10 here. Same with the 99 ride of Nathan Smith as Smith up 14 spots and into position number 12 on the racetrack right now. A good piece of driving out of that 99 ride as the House of Speed Papa Mike Promotions machine there in that 12th spot. Timothy Stubblefield, Stubbs Nation, there in position number 13 on the racetrack is Stubblefield trying to work himself towards the top 10 here as well with Lane Phillips in the House of Speed number 54 ride there in position number 14 as Michael Madden, Ty Dickinson, Rango Berry, James Smith, Christopher DeWald, Chris Smith, our top 20 here in this one. Blake Murray, Leroy Colboyns, Charles Barnes, Gary Wright, and Andrew Hainsley round out our top 25 here, our top 25 on the lead lap here on the evening as John Fowler back down pit side. Unfortunately, extensive amount of damage here for that 11 machine of Fowler as Doug Roth still rolling out there on the racetrack. Unfortunately for Roth, he missed the start of this race and unfortunately fell a lap or so behind here, looking to just try to get himself some lucky dogs and try to work himself back onto the lead lap if he can get some caution flags to help him out here in this one as the 43 ride looking good as always out there on the racetrack. Bryce Dickinson in the E&D Farms number 84 ride rolling out there currently in the 28th position as Russell Martin Jr., Daniel Doe still down pit side, Cody DeForge off the racetrack, and Ronald Lousy also down pit side, still getting a lot of work done to those cars. Is at the front of the field, some great racing action here as Sean Jessic, Joseph Gervala, Keith Hackney, Adam Pettit, all right there, nose to tail at the front of the field. A little bit of a gap back to our 5th place driver, which is now the 45 of Nicholas Cody. Is Cody in the Tracker Boats, Bass Pro Shops, number 45 ride up inside the top 5 now. Looking to have a strong day here today for that 45 machine. Then you see Christian Delgado, William McKellar, Jeremy Vaughn, Zach Lockett, and Nathan Smith rounding out our top 10 here in this one. But right now the hard charger is that 91 rider, Keith Hackney. The Team Conti, GG, the Grip Hackney Live, Papa Mike Promotions, NLR ride finds himself there in the 3rd position. He started all the way back in the 20th spot, now up inside the top 3, and he may not be staying there for long as, my gosh, this 45 ride of Nicholas Cody finding a whole new gear, made quick, easy work of both Adam Pettit and Keith Hackney there, and he is already all over the back bumper of that 44 ride. Man, Joseph Gervala may have his hands full here in a quick hurry. He's got to leave that bottom lane open as getting a little arrow tight there around the bottom side of corner 1 and 2. It's that 45 ride looking to drive it down deep here in corner number 3 and looking to see if he can clear that 44 ride. Is, man, Nicholas Cody on the move to the front of the field here. I'm not sure if he just put some new tires on this car or what, but he's found a different gear here in this one, and he has quickly worked himself up into position number 2. I don't think it's tires, his drivers that were at the front of the field here before our first caution flag there, as you see the pass happening down the back straightaway, the 45 ride wasting no time getting himself to the front here, and that Tracker Boats machine means business here this evening. Maybe like another Bass Pro Shops ride that we've seen many of times in real life NASCAR, like Martin Truex Jr. possibly trying to get out in front and dominating the rest of this race, and the moves that we just saw him making and how quickly he was able to drive around those drivers. I don't know if he just saved enough equipment to be able to make those moves or what. But it looks like he found a whole new gear, and that thing's a rocket ship. We saw a couple of years ago in the Coke 600, I do believe we saw Martin Truex Jr. lead virtually the entire race. It was like, what, 590-something miles of the race that he led and just couldn't lead the last couple laps, and that unfortunately took him out of the win column in that race. But 45 ride looking a lot like Martin Truex Jr. out there on the racetrack, paint scheme and all. Jessic slides back to 2nd now. Gervala there in 3rd. Keith Hackney in position number 4 with Adam Pettit now rounding out our top 5 as Jeremy Snyder coming in with the like on the stream. Jimmy Phillips coming in with that thumbs up here on the broadcast as well. Christian Delgado there in position number 6, and Nathan Smith continues his march to the front of the field here as a whole gaggle of cars, 2 wide, 3 wide, back here just inside our top 10 as the 9 ride tried to hang on to it as he slides just in front of the 2 ride of Jeremy Vaughn. So move Chris Smith up into position number 8 here. You see Nathan Smith there in 7th. And these guys are finding some great speed. You see Jeremy Vaughn, Leroy Koblenz back up almost, now inside the top 10 again. So you see Leroy back up inside the top 10. McKellar, Zach Lockett, Timothy Stubblefield, Michael Madden, one of those drivers that I expected to see towards the front of the field here. Usually runs pretty good at these intermediate racetracks. Especially with this one being a lot like Texas, I figured he'd be kind of getting close to the front of the field here, and fortunately we just haven't seen him really find that extra gear that he needs. Blake Murray back up inside the top 15 as Nathan Nixon back in the 16th position. Lane Phillips, Greg O'Barry, Christopher DeWald there in 18th and 19th, but James Smith down to his inside as they battle here for that 19th position. Isaac Brock just on the outside of the top 20 here. The 21 car currently in the 21st position as Ty Dickinson, Gary Wright, Charles Barnes, Andrew Ainsley rounding out our top 25. Is out in front, the 45 ride of Nicholas Cody leading the way, showing these drivers how to get it done here at the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway as he leads the way here in the SlingShot Sim Racing Series Coca-Cola 600. As he leads the way, we're going to jump into a very quick PeaceMaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. We crank it up here on PeaceMaker Gaming. First off, we'll take a quick look at some of the messages over there on YouTube. I see you, Sean Coes here coming in, showing the love. Says, get it, anything EC and Sparkle and Shine cars. Or crew coming in, showing the big love here in this one. How are you, Sean? John McNeil says, having to work late, sad to miss the race. Oh, brother, what happened to Russ and Ron? Unfortunately, both Ross and Ron got tied up in wrecks out there on the racetrack. Ross had nowhere to go and unfortunately kind of T-boned the side of a spun out 14 ride, and unfortunately for Ron, him and the 24 coming together there on the back straightaway. Ron Leslie says, blown engine from the wreck. That is a tough break and a long fix there for the 15 rider, Ronald Lousy, and we wish to hopefully see it back out there on the racetrack before the dust settles here in this one. It's out in front, a 45 ride leads the way as we'll crank it up here on PeaceMaker Gaming. session right there as we cranked it up here at Charlotte Motor Speedway with the SlingShot Sim Racing Series, presented to you by Race City Racing Memorabilia. So you see the 91 ride of Hackney coming down pit side. Oh, brother, that was a close call there as Nathan Smith was trying to get checked up to head down pit side with him there. Unfortunately, could not get onto the binders quick enough. Almost got into the back end of the 91 ride. Teammates almost taking each other out, but we do see some green flag pit stops starting to happen as the 91 ride. Keith Hackney misses his pit stall. Hackney overshot his pit stop and unfortunately has to put her in reverse. Oh no, that is going to tear up a lot of time. A big mistake there for the 91 ride of Keith Hackney. And the Grip Hackney Live ride definitely not going to be happy about what transpired right there, as you do see Nathan Smith now down pit side himself. And Nathan unfortunately lost a lot of time there trying to get checked up to head down pit side with that number. Oh, he overshot his pit stall as well. He might be too close to the pit wall. He's got to pull forward. He's got to back it up again to get it inside the pit stall here where the crew can go to work. Oh no, tough breaks here for a pair of the Grip Hackney Live Papa Mike Promotions rides as, man, this 99 ride having a tough time getting this car into his pit stall. There you go, he finally gets her in there. The crew's got her jacked up. They're putting the tires on. They're going to work here as, oh, that's a tough break. You do see Chris Smith also headed down pit side here in the 9 ride, and more drivers slowly but surely. Nathan Nixon down pit lane in the rock solid ring, Sparkle and Shine, Anything EC ride coming down pit side, as well as our race leader, Nicholas Cody, continue to control the way here in this race. Is this number 45 ride, since he got out in front, man, he really hasn't looked back very much out of that rear view mirror as he's got himself a very commanding lead, up to a 1.7 second advantage between himself and Sean Jessic. Leroy Koblenz now into position number 3 here, and then you see Joseph Gravala, Adam Pettit rounding out our top 5. We do see Jessic in the Anything EC number 19 ride head down pit side himself. So the 19 ride didn't want to wait too much longer, heads down pit lane, seeing if he can maybe use these fresh tires to his advantage. We'll see Blake Murray leaving his pit stop, and he's going to keep on rolling there as that Camaro keeps on keeping on here. Doesn't look like very many mistakes on that pit stop for the 83 ride, where we did see a abundance of issues there, not only for Keith Hackney in the 91, but also for the 99 ride of Nathan Smith. And unfortunately, that is going to put those two deep in this field right now, as Nathan Smith currently scored a lap down on the racetrack back in the 21st position. Hackney, I do believe, is also a lap down. He's back in the 19th spot here. So a couple tough breaks there for a couple tough competitors that were up inside the top 5 there, and fortunately, that's going to hurt them in their chances here this evening. See the number 45 ride of Nicholas Cody going to put the 71 ride of Greg O'Berry a lap down here as well. So O'Berry, currently the first car 1 lap down, currently in the 9th position here. That's the pace that these drivers are laying down right now. Nicholas Cody out in front, laying down some crazy fast lap times and putting these drivers back there behind him in a quick hurry. As you see the 91 ride of Keith Hackney, he's going to roll around that number 71 ride. I do believe Hackney, he may be 2 laps down here. I'm not 100% sure on the scoring for this 91 ride. Definitely missing his pit stall by, he was a good 7 or 8 pit stalls past his pit stop, and really had to throw it in reverse, back it up quite a ways there. That tore up a lot of time for the 91 ride, as he does have those fresh tires. They see those fresh tires really paying off as he rolls down to the inside of our race leader. That will put him back, I do believe, onto 1 lap down. So he's going to have to hope that Nicholas Cody heads down pit lane here shortly, where he might be able to pick himself up a lap here and put himself maybe back onto the lead lap, as right now there's only 3 drivers that are still on the lead lap as of right now. One of those being Gary Wright, who has our race leader just there behind him. Leroy Koblenz, our second place driver, who was scored in that 3rd spot before green flag pit stop started to happen. Nicholas Cody out in front has a 4.6 second advantage here over the rest of the field right now, and from him to Leroy Koblenz back The top two have a 30-second advantage between themselves and Gary Wright, as Gary Wright going to also go a lap down now here himself as the number one Ryan going to go down a lap, and he's currently being scored as the free pass driver right now. So if a caution flag were to come out, he would get that wave around and a free pass back onto the lead lap. So that could be a good break for the one ride, and that may be the strategy coming out of Gary Wright, trying to catch some other drivers down a lap here during these these green flag pit stops. But Nicholas Cody, man, oh man, oh man, I don't know how much longer he can stay out. I think he's got a lot of fuel in that car, so I'm not sure how many laps he can run before he runs out of gasoline. But the big question is going to be is how much time you want to run out there on the racetrack. We've given up so much time. It'll help him out on the other end of things. The other end, on the longer run, if this thing continues to go green, you have a very, very fast car at the end. While everyone else is falling off, his car will be really picking up and be able to make passes late in the run. But right now, everyone's using up their fresh tires, and he just got her on cruise control right now. And fortunately, as he's rolling a second and a half slower than all the other drivers that already came down pit side and got those fresh tires. So what they could virtually do is leapfrog him and put him back behind that top spot. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Black Phoenix, my boy Black Phoenix coming in with the like on the stream. Burt Allen coming in with that like as well. How are you, Black Phoenix? How are you, Burt? Coming in, showing the love. DD Vanderwater coming in, showing the love as well. How are you, DD? Coming in, showing the love with that thumbs up. My boy Frank Ranger also coming in, showing the love here with the like on the stream. Dirk Darnell coming in with the thumbs up on the broadcast. And John Gregory coming in, becoming a brand new follower here on Peacemaker Gaming as well. John, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker Crew, coming in, smashing that follow button and becoming part of one of the best families in racing. The Peacemaker family is out in front. Nicholas Cody leading the way here, and I don't think he really wants to come down pit side anytime soon, as he's got a lot of these drivers kind of stuck in this little bit of a loop here. They're all down a lap right now, and they aren't really making up a whole lot of time on him here. They're making up a half a second here, a little bit there, a little bit there. But you look back to our third place driver, the first car one lap down, it's William McKellar here. McKellar is quite a ways back of our race leader here before he even puts himself back onto the lead lap. Same with Gary Wright, same with Sean Jessic, who I'd say is the first driver with the freshest tires out there on the racetrack. So Jessic with the fresh tires here, currently rolling in the fourth position, but he's still quite a ways away from getting his lap back from our race leader, Nicholas Cody. So you see Leroy Koblenz now headed down pit side. So our second place driver is going to head down pit lane here. So the Sim Motion 42 ride down pit road. Here comes Greg O'Berry as well in the Liberty University number 71 ride, also down pit lane. So drivers are making more pit stops here, and we'll have to see where this all cycles through, especially when Nicholas Cody, as here you go, Cody, our race leader in the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats ATVs number 45 ride, heads down pit side here. So our race leader headed down pit lane. We'll have to wait and see how this all cycles through, as Sean Jessic will make the move around that 41 ride of William McKellar. So Jessic could potentially be our race leader here if he can come around and make the move again around this 45 ride of Nicholas Cody. Cody still down pit side. The right side tires are on that ride. They're going to jack up the left-hand side, as here comes Jessic down across the line here, and he is going to make that pass, and we get another new race leader here as Sean Jessic back out in front, as Jessic leads them down through corner number one and out at corner number two. The 82 right there behind him is a lap down. Currently our first car one lap down here on the racetrack. William McKellar rolling out there in second. Gary Wright in third. Adam Pettit now scored in that fourth position, as Nicholas Cody building up speed here, trying to get that car wound back up, as Zach Lockett trying to hunt him down. But you see our race leader came down pit side, got his pit stop done. Fortunately gave up all that time and now finds himself back in the fifth position. So a strategy move that could pay off. It could work out for this 45 ride. If this green flag run continues on, he's going to have the freshest tires right now, and he may be able to close the gap and run down our race leader here in a quick hurry. Wait and see how the time comparisons are here as that number 19 ride still battling door to door with the 82 of Christopher DeWall, as DeWall wants to put himself back onto the lead lap here. Doesn't want to be stuck there in that free pass position, so he's going to slide up in front of the 19 ride, and John Jessic may not be giving up yet as he's going back to the outside of the 82. He's going to try the outside lane here in 3 and 4 once again to see if he can keep that Liberty University ride a lap down and back in his rear view mirror, but 82 going to slide up in front of him, going to make that pass and clear him here. The 19 going to give him a little shove down the tri-oval here, down into quarter number 1, and looks like Christopher DeWall is going to work himself back onto the lead lap. Yo, Kevin, Mr. Timmy, Timmy coming in, showing the love here with that like on the stream. How are you, Kev? Kev coming in, showing the big love here in this one. As hi, I'm Sarcy coming in, showing the love over on Twitch as well. Hi, I'm Sarcy. Sarcy, is that my girl Sarcy coming in, showing the love over there on Twitch? How are you, Sarcy? How are you, my girl Sarcy, coming in, showing the big love over there on the purple side as well. Bubba says, I'm over here too. Let's go, Bubba. Bubba over there on the Twitch channel as well. Let's get it, baby. Everyone coming in, showing the love here in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button for me, hit the share, hit the follow, and subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube. Absolutely free to do, and it helps us grow more and more and more, and trust me, we want to keep on growing like crazy. We got a reel that we just posted the other day, almost at 1 million views over there on that reel. So if you guys haven't checked out the reel, it is the Kyle Larson funny reel. Make sure you go check it out. Drop a like, drop a share on that. Help us reach that 1 million views on that reel. That would be our first reel over on Facebook to hit 1 million views, which would be absolutely insane. It's already absolutely insane. We're at like 970 something thousand views on it, and it'd be absolutely amazing to hit that million. Home early, gonna run some Draft Master. Let's go. A little Draft Master. I'm not sure what that is. Is that just practice for like drafting racetracks, or what are you gonna do in that one, Bubba? What are you gonna do for Draft Masters, brother? That's the big question. That's the big question there, is what are you going to do for those? What do you got to do with those ones? As out in front, this 19 ride leads the way. Some rookie next gens. Okay, rookie next gens. Okay, I get you. Just running some iRacing, a little bit of rookie next gens. Well, good luck. Hopefully you don't get tore up too much, and hopefully it's some fairly easy-going, caution-free racing, as I know a lot of those rookie races can get out of hand in a quick hurry. But right now, this race is getting over in a quick hurry. So these drivers laying down some crazy good lap times still. And man, oh man, when you look at how quickly this race has gone by, only a couple caution flags. I think 3 caution flags altogether, 2 or 3 cautions. Absolutely insane. 1 set of green flag pit stops. We may see these drivers have to come down pit side once again, so that could be really where strategy comes into play here, where we saw that number 45 right of Nicholas Cody not have to come down pit side till fairly late in that run, so he may have enough fuel to stretch it out and go the whole distance. It might be a big strategy move there out of this 45 ride, but it may just be having the quick car out there with some fresh tires here, and a lot fresher tires than everyone else at this point. Hope to finish, not getting taken out. Yeah, that's always the big thing you got to worry about at Talladega or Daytona or the iRacing Super Speedway is. When's the big one going to happen? Can you keep yourself out of trouble? Can you keep yourself pointed in the right direction to just hopefully finish those races? And sometimes it's easier said than done. That is for certain. Sean Jasic out in front. Adam Pettit, another anything EC ride. They're in position number 2. Right now, Jasic is loving life. He's got a 6.3 second advantage between himself and Pettit, as Nicholas Cody reeling in our second place driver here. So Nicholas Cody reeling him in, getting that 45 ride up towards position number 2 here. And You know, right now he's running about half a second quicker last time by the start-finish line than our race leader. Last time there, it was, 0.4 of a second. So he's closing the gap here in a quick hurry. And Nicholas Cody with those freshest tires on the racetrack. Strategy move maybe paying off hugely for that 45 machine here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, man, what a race we've been given here today, man. These guys are doing an absolutely fantastic job, an absolutely amazing race as we'll go through the field. And in front, Sean Jessic, one of the first cars we saw come down pit side. It's actually up towards the front of the field here. Has that 19 right in the top spot with Adam Pettit there in second. Nicholas Cody, our race leader here, now trying to work himself back to the front of the field as he led a lot of laps there through this green flag run. Now finds himself in that third spot, trying to rebound from some pit strategy as he makes a move down to the inside of that 46 right. As they battle here for position number 2, I'm not sure how long it's going to take this 45 right to complete the pass, but I don't think it's going to be very long as he looks to make it here in quarter 1 and 2, and there you go. He just turns down around quarter number 2 there so easily and out in front. We see some more drivers back here. You see Joseph Gravala in position number 4, looking for more. Here's the Sim Motions machine. They're in position number 4 in the 44. Zach Lockett in position number 5 in the Tennessee Titans. Camaro there in position number 5 on the track. Christian Delgado, another Sim Motion ride there in 6th, and another one of his teammates there in 7th. It's Leroy Koblenz. Blake Murray up into position number 8 with Michael Madden in the Anything EC Sparkle and Shine 17 ride there in 9th. And Jeremy Vaughn in the House of Speed Team Conti GG Buffalo Mike Promotions ride there in position number 10. You see Keith Hackney back in the 11th spot. He came down pit lane. He was running about the 4th position on the racetrack. Unfortunately missed his pit stall. Overshot it by about 6 or 7 pit lanes, and unfortunately had to throw that car in reverse and stroll backwards there. And unfortunately that's put this number 91 right on the outside of the top 10 looking in here. Chris Smith back in the 12th position with Timothy Stubblefield in 13th. A good run here for the Stub Nation 92 ride. Isaac Brock there in the 14th spot. A good run here for the Pabst Blue Ribbon 21 ride. And then Nathan Nixon rounding out our top 15. Christopher DeWall there in the 16th position as James Smith falls back to 17th. Lane Phillips back in the 18th spot. I do believe he is the first car 1 lap down. No, sorry, James Smith is the first car 1 lap down. Lane Phillips is the second car 1 lap down, and he's got his teammate Nathan Smith right there behind him as we saw Smith have issues down pit side as well during the green flag pit stops. William McKellar in the Dragon Ball Z number 41 ride there in the 20th spot has Grango Berry right there behind him. Gary Wright in 22nd. Pine Dickinson back in 23rd. Andrew Ainsley back in the 24th spot. Russell Martin Jr. back up there on the racetrack with 20 ride rolls in 25th. And you see that beautiful looking ride here from John Fowler sporting his uncle on that car as well. A huge shout out again to John Fowler supporting a troop here this evening as that beautiful looking number 11 ride. Not the run that he was hoping for here this evening, but John supporting the military here in this one as Sergeant Reynolds on board with that 11 machine here. As Sergeant Reynolds was a E7 sergeant. He fought in Vietnam War. He was deployed from 1966 to 1969. And it's 3 years of active duty in Vietnam. Absolutely insane. He continued to do his time, and he did 20 years with the Army Reserves. He passed away back in 2011. Huge shout out to the Reynolds family. Huge shout out to John Fowler and his entire family for making that come to life here and having some family members here and a very amazing veteran on board with them here. So huge shout out there to the JB Designs, John Fowler, number 11 right there, right on board. Sergeant Reynolds with that 11 machine here. Just unfortunately not the run that John Fowler was hoping for here this evening. He's back in the 26th spot. We see Daniel Doe off the racetrack in the 14 ride. Looks like Doug Roth also off the track here in the 43 Scary Strokes ride. I do believe possibly Charles Barnes and Bryce Dickinson also off the racetrack. Cody DeForge has took his car back behind pit wall, and 15 rider Ron Lousy still with tons of damage on that 15 ride, still down pit side himself. Joseph Gravala back down pit side here in the 44 ride, so one of our top 5 drivers here coming back down pit lane, so maybe trying to get some strategy rolling here once again. Another late race pit stop here, and that number 44 ride coming down pit side, the Sim Motion Majors Garage 44 machine rolling back out there onto the racetrack. Michael Madden says, let's go. Michael Madden finished strong. Just mad in it, he says Sean Cozy. You're just mad in it. We like that. We like that. Just mad in it out there on the racetrack. It's, man, some great racing action. A very good green flag run here. And it's going to be very exciting to see how this one all plays out, as you do see the 19 rider, Sean Jessic. He's able to get back around Christopher DeWald here. And Liberty University number 82 ride is going to slide back into the first car 1 lap down here, as it's the first car a lap down on the racetrack, currently in the lucky dog position. Hoping for a caution flag for the 82 so he can get himself back on the lead lap, but I don't think Sean Jessic wants to see a yellow flag, and I don't think Nicholas Cody really wants to see one either. He wants to see this strategy come to a close here, as he is closing in on our race leader here, still in a very, very quick pace, 0.3 of a second faster last time by the start finish line. The fastest car on the racetrack, though, last time by was the 42 rider Leroy Koblenz, about a 1/10 of a second quicker than Nicholas Cody, but he is unfortunately quite a ways behind both of our leaders here, and he would love to see a caution flag and see if he can try to get back to them here, as he's running some very quick lap times himself. The 19 rider Sean Jessic out in front, sees that lead that he had over 7 seconds here on the 45 ride, as Nicholas Cody has shrunk that down. It was actually over 10 seconds when Cody got back out onto the racetrack from his green flag pit stop, and that lead has shrunk now to 1.2 seconds down here through quarter 1 and out of quarter number 2. It's getting smaller and smaller and smaller, as through the rear view mirror, the 19 ride sees that 45 ride getting bigger and bigger and bigger here, lap after lap after lap, and he's coming in a quick hurry. We got a big gap, though, between Cody and our third place driver, Alan Pettit, as there's about a 5.5 second gap between the 45 and the 46 ride, and then been another 6-second gap back to our fourth place driver, Leroy Koblenz. Christian Delgado rounding out our top 5 on the racetrack, with Blake Murray in position number 6, Michael Madden there in 7. Grip Hackney, Keith Hackney and the Team Conti Sim Performance, Papa Mike Promotions and LR Ride there in position number 8, so trying to rebound from a pit road mistake for the 91 ride, as Timothy Stubblefield finds himself away up inside the top 10, as the 92 now in the 9th spot. Chris Smith now into the top 10 here, as Christopher DeWald, the first car 1 lap down on the racetrack. He currently sees the race leader getting a little farther and farther away from him, and the 9 rider Chris Smith is at risk of possibly going a lap down here as well. So right now, only our top 10 left on the lead lap, and if the 19 ride can make the move around this number 9 machine, as we do see Timothy Stubblefield back down pit side here as well. So Stubblefield down pit lane, and that will make it so that we only have 9 drivers right now left on the lead lap. Actually, 8 drivers left on the lead lap, as Keith Hackney, now the last car on the lead lap, rolling in the 8th position. So just showing you the pace that this number 19 and 45 ride have been putting on, as Sean Jessic continues to lead the way, but you see that 45 ride right there in his rear view mirror. He's not too far back there, only 0.7 of a second between our race leader and our second place driver right now, as Cody trying to hunt down this anything EC sparkle and shine number 19 ride. Jessic trying to hold him off and keep him at bay, as the laps continue to click down here in a quick hurry. These laps are dissipating in a quick fashion on the racetrack, man. These guys are laying down some crazy lap times still, rolling some great laps out there on the track, and a very good green flag run here. Almost, what are we rolling into, 80 laps, almost going towards 100 laps here of green flag racing. Absolutely amazing to see. You see that gap back to our second place driver. This is where it could get very difficult for our second place car as the 45 of Nicholas Cody trying to close that gap up, trying to reel in our race leader. He's going to get a lot of dirty air from a very fast car out there on the racetrack as well. So what he's got to be precautious of is just trying to time his runs right, make sure that he can try to get some clean air and make the move down to the inside or outside of that 19 ride to really try to see if he can make this pass stick to get back out in front in this race. And unfortunately for Jessic, he's got about 10 to 15 laps, right about 15 laps lesser of a tire on that 19 ride. He may be a bit of a sit and duck right now, even though the 19 is a very, very fast car. The pit strategy may be paying off here for that number 45 ride, as I do see Chris Smith having some issues. And we see the caution flag coming back out. Chris Smith around on the back straightaway in the Budweiser Dirty Monkey Motorsports number 9 ride. To bring out, I do believe, our third or fourth caution flag on the day, but a late race caution here as he's trying to get back out onto the racetrack from a pit stop here, and looks like he loses it, trying to get back onto the track, and that car just gets very loose and fortunately sliding, trying to catch it, trying to save it, gets stopped there on the bottom side of the track. And once that car comes to a complete stop, that's where the caution flag flies. And fortunately for a lot of drivers, that may keep them stuck a lap down. Other drivers may try to risk it for the brisket here and see if they can take that wave around and get themselves back on the lead lap. But it's going to be interesting nonetheless to see how this one's going to play out. A tough break there for Chris Smith as Sean Jessic leads the way. Nicholas Cody did not want to see that caution flag fly, as it's going to kind of throw his strategy out the window here, but puts himself in a great position late in this race. Adam Pettit back there in the third spot. Leroy Koblenz, Christian Delgado, Michael Madden, Blake Murray, and Keith Hackney are top 8 on the racetrack here. These are the 8 drivers still on the lead lap here this evening. So fortunately for Christopher DeWald, he will be the lucky dog here, which will help him out as he'll get a free pass around the racetrack to get some fresh tires on that car. But if everyone comes down pit side, he will line up at the tail end of the longest line here, unless we see a lot of drivers take wave arounds. May be able to gain a little bit of extra track position, but we'll get him back on the lead lap. So one good note for the 82, but you see Blake Murray not coming down pit side here, as we do see Sean Jessic down pit lane. Nicholas Cody, Leroy Koblenz, Adam Pettit, Christian Delgado, Michael Madden all coming down pit road here. Keith Hackney also headed down pit side. Blake Murray was trying to come down pit lane but missed it here. Oh no, that could have been a huge mistake for the 83. I think he was trying to come down pit side and just couldn't get checked up quick enough and unfortunately overshot it. So that could really mix things up here in this one. As you see, Blake Murray is our race leader, being scored as our race leader right now. I'm not sure how that one works, but Sean Jessic, first driver off of pit lane in the 19 ride. Nicholas Cody, Adam Pettit, Christian Delgado, Leroy Koblenz should be our top 5. I'm not sure how it scored Blake Murray, as he hasn't came down pit side, so that'll put him up there. Just my luck, Peacemaker. I know, John, my boy, John boy, brother, that's a tough break for you, man. Early in the race, having that kind of luck is never good. That's a tough one for you, my dude. That is a tough one for you, a heartbreaker. And I know how much this race meant to you, having your family on board, all your family cheering you on, and looking to just have yourself a good day here, and just wrong spot, the wrong time, nothing you could do. And unfortunately, now kind of stuck in that loop where there's a lot of drivers in between you and that lucky dunk position to try to work yourself back on the lead lap here. And definitely a tough break, but very, very beautiful looking ride. A very beautiful thing you're doing, having your family ride on board with you there. As we've already given them a couple shout outs here, as Sergeant Reynolds riding on board there, family of John Fowler's riding on board with them here for this race, a Memorial Day race. And it's amazing to see that come to fruition and that to happen here in this one. as we will get these drivers all stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. You see Blake Murray down pit side here. So Murray has made his pit stop. You'll see the 82 of Christopher DeWald down pit side. Going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. And Sean Jessic, our race leader here. Jessic leads the way. Nicholas Cody there in second. Bennett, Delgado, Koblenz, Madden, Hackney, DeWald, and Murray, our lead lap drivers. William McKellar, the first car, one lap down right now, but I feel like there's going to be a few drivers looking to try to get some wave arounds and back onto the lead lap, including McKellar, Joseph Gravala, Grango Berry, Gary Wright, Zach Lockett, Lane Phillips. A lot of drivers hoping to try to get that wave around and back onto the lead lap here, or back to only one lap down. So it's going to be very awesome to see what these drivers can do here in this last little bit of a run, and see if we see cautions breed cautions, as we'll see the green flag come back out next time by the start finish line. So it's going to be interesting to see here in these closing 25 laps who's got enough tire, who's got enough car, and who's got enough cojones to put yourself into the spot to pick up the victory lane here this evening. The 19 ride leads the way. He'll get ready for it. As Bubba says, I shouldn't have done it. Laugh out loud. We didn't even make it one lap. Oh, Bubba! Brother, that's a rough one right there, my dude. That's a rough one right there, Bubba. That's a no bueno for me. That's why I don't like running officials. Is you just get a lot of times nowhere to go. You just get tore up, and unfortunately, that's a tough spot to be. And it sucks. Ty Dickinson says, hi, my name is Ty. Big fan. Can I get a shout out? Absolutely, Ty Dickinson. A young fella from somewhere in mid-Ohio or mid-Iowa coming in, showing the love here in this one. Ty, how are you? How you doing? If you want, I can send you an autograph as we get ready to go back to green flag racing, what could be our final restart of the day. Only a handful of drivers left on the lead lap here as the 19 ride of Sean Jessic down through the gears and through the Geico restart zone is going to set us back loose here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We are live here on PeaceMaker Gaming with the beautiful SlingShot Sim Racing Series. The 19 is Sean Jessic showing these guys how to get it done. As Nicholas Cody going to stay right there in second. He's going to try to track down our race leader here in these closing laps. Adam Pettit, the 31 rider, Christian Delgado, door to door here for position number 3, and you see the 91. Keith Hackney trying to make some moves, trying to work himself back up inside the top 5. Looking to split him 3 wide. Is contact back there behind him. Contact, around goes Christopher DeWald. Heavy damage there for the 82 ride, and just like that, oh, cautions breed cautions. DeWald upside down after hard contact with Lane Phillips. Phillips got in there late, unfortunately. T-bones the 82 and puts him on his lid here, as maybe a little payback right there. As I don't know if Phillips didn't like the way that one played out here. As you're gonna see the 82 ride gets a big run. He's got those fresh tires here. Sends himself down to the inside of the 54. I don't think Lane Phillips realized that. I think they make a little bit of contact there. They make a little contact to pass through the grass here. Attempt for the 82 ride at the wall and the Liberty University's ride, and then comes back up the track, unfortunately over the nose of that 54 ride. They both get tied together. Nowhere to go for Smith here as he gets a piece of it. You see the other Smith, Nathan Smith, getting a piece of it as well, and fortunately for 54 and for the 82, some heavy damage there for both these drivers. And then as he's kind of spinning around, you see Subs Nation 92 ride unfortunately getting a piece of him here, and then a little shot there from the 54 ride, maybe showing his displeasure there with that move from the 82 ride. Is see if we can jump on board and take a good look here at this number 254 ride. Where is 54 Lane Phillips? Right there. As see if we can get a look at really what happened here. Is off top racing, and fortunately Stubblefield getting a big piece of that one as well. Some heavy damage there, and then the 54 ride Lane Phillips, he definitely Want to show his displeasure there and give him a shot and show him how he's displeased with how that one played out. And unfortunately, pretty tore up race cars. A lot of drivers back down pit side. A lot of drivers staying out here as all these lead lap cars not coming back down pit side. As Gravala back out there, he's got some fresh equipment here in that 44 Ryan Grango, Barry, Zach Lockett, Willie McKellar sliding here through the grass, even though it's the caution flag. Jeremy Vaughn, Gary Wright, all back on the lead lap here. I do believe James Smith is the first car one lap down on the racetrack here, as James Smith looking to try to get himself back on the lead lap. Even though we got tied up in that wreck, he was able to keep that car pointed in the right direction, so be interesting. Excuse me, I'm his biggest fan. Back off, Ty. Oh, you're his biggest fan? I never heard of the guy. Never heard of the guy. Ty Dickerson? Is that what that says? Ty Dickerson? Yeah, Ty Dickerson. Never heard of him. Never heard of that guy. I've only heard of Sweet Tea. That's all I've heard of is Sweet Tea. I don't know who this Ty guy is. He says we're having a good time, though. That's, hey, you know what? As long as you're having a good time, Ty, that's all that matters, brother. That's all that matters, my boy. I'm just kidding. Ty Dickinson coming in, showing the big love here in this one. And we're having some fun up here. As Bubba says, I think I'm going to go run some ATS, AI driver, better than some of the people and officials. Laugh out loud. That's true. That is so true. That is 100% true. The AI drivers, that's what I would do. Just practice with those. Just do some offline AI racing. That's really where you get those extra little bit of practice in. Your fan, Aaron Woods? Oh gosh. Mama Bear. Coming in, showing the love. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a few quick moments. We're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose for what could be our final caution flag or our final restart of the evening. But we'll get a quick word in here from our sponsors over at Scary Strokes.
Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini-golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome to Scary Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini-golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters.
Alrighty, as the lights are off, the official iRacing pace car, he will head back down pit side and hand this field back over to the 19 rider, Sean Jessic. As Jessic out in front through the Gutco restart zone is going to put the hammer down and gets a great launch here once again. The 19 rider going to lead us with a big lead down through quarter one and to a great jump there our race leader is a big battle brewing here. For position number 2 is the 46 ride of Adam Pettit. Now looking to the outside here of the 45 ride of Nicholas Cody. And here comes Michael Madden. Madden poking his nose into the fun here for that second spot on the racetrack is the 31 ride of Christian Delgado right there ready to pounce, as well as cautions breeding cautions late in this one. And the caution flag is going to come back out, and oh no! The 91 rider, Keith Hackney. Man, this guy cannot catch a break out there on the racetrack. And unfortunately for Hackney, I'm not sure if he had any contact. He had a little contact here. Coming into corner number 1 is, unfortunately, they're a little 3, almost 4 wide right there. And he's kind of on the apron, kind of loses the rear end, and then the rear end just keeps going on him here. And that's what's going to put him around as he tries to catch it. Oh, Gary Wright with another good save. Made some good contact with that inside wall. But that one ride has been right around pretty much every car that's kind of went around here this evening. I don't know how he keeps on dodging them, but he does. Unfortunately, this time he did get a good piece of that inside fence. But Gary Wright, man, he just keeps having the best seat in the house here all evening long. This one ride has been in the right place at the right time for our camera, as you see the black number 91 ride drifting out of corner number 2 and just unfortunately couldn't save it. And then good heads up moving right there. That little contact with the inside wall is going to be a lot better than T-boning the side of the 91 ride here of Keith Hackney. So good move here by the one ride just to avoid smashing into the side of that 91 machine, and a tough break there for Hackney himself here. As man, that was just a tough situation here as you see them 3, almost 4 wide headed into the corner, and he's down low. They kind of just run out of room. He kind of gets his nose down a little lower and onto the apron, and he goes from the apron back onto the track and just kind of loses that rear end when he's just drifting, trying to hang on to it here. Has to lock him up into corner 2. Luckily enough, everyone was able to avoid him and not give that car even more damage to the Heartland Harley-Davidson Team Conti GG ride. It's pointed back in the right direction, and he'll keep on trucking here in this one as we will get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing once again. My boy Dylan Murray coming in showing the love over there on Facebook with the like and the share on the stream. My boy coming in showing the big love here in this one. And yeah, it's always better late than never, my boy. I appreciate you coming in showing the love here this evening. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you do us the favor here. Absolutely free to do. Just hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the follow or subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube, as we are currently live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Every single like and comment helps push the stream out to more and more people. So jump up into the chat. Let us know who you're cheering for, who you want to see up here in victory lane, or who do you think is going to end up in victory lane. Can somebody find a way around this 19 rider Sean Jessic, or does he hang on here to pick up the checkered flag today? Nicholas Cody's been so fast with that 19 ride. He's been getting some great restarts, and you see Adam Pettit, Michael Madden, Christian Delgado, Leroy Koblenz, Grego Berry, Joseph Gravala, Blake Murray, and Zach Lockett, our top 10 here, all up there ready to strike. Jeremy Vaughn in the 11th spot with Keith Hackney back in 12th. Gary Wright in the 13th position, and William McKellar rounding out our top 14 here this evening. Joseph Brock down pit side, currently scored in the 15th spot as James Smith, our first car one lap down, back in position at number 16 on the racetrack. So he's looking to try to get that free pass possibly, and back on the lead lap. He does have quite a bit of front end damage on that Hooters number 10 ride, but going to come down to the nitty gritty here in this one. The laps are continuing to click down here each and every time by that start finish line, and the intensity starting to build. Drivers starting to get a little bit more hyped up here and a little bit more antsy here on these restarts, and that's what brings more caution flags, and it may not be the final caution flag we see here this evening. right as you hear those drivers put the gears down and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing here in this one. The 19 ride looking for another perfect restart here down through the Geico restart zone. Nicholas Cody looking to match him there on the outside, trying to get a good jump here. Does not get the jump he really needed as the 19. He's going to quickly clear that 45 right, slide up in front of him and lead us down into corner number 1. Cody trying to hold on to second here as Adam Pettit looking down to his inside. Some great racing action here all around the racetrack. Drivers door to door trying to work themselves up to the front of the field. A little bit of beating and banging, battling here. Tough in this one as Greg Berry down to the inside of the 31 rider, Christian Delgado. Delgado just barely able to clear him as we do see, I believe that was Nicholas Cody pancaking the outside fence there. Some heavy contact for the Tracker Boats Bass Pro Shops number 45 machine, and that's going to slide him back into position number 3 as the caution flag does fly here once again. So they were able to get a lap in as the caution flag flies. A tough break there for the 45 ride, but it looks like Chris Smith in this Budweiser Dodge number 9. He's going to run into some issues here as he gets loose out of corner 4. Trying to save it here up into the outside fence, and unfortunately there's some pretty heavy contact for him. We also saw, it looked like Russell Martin Jr. and Isaac Brock possibly getting tied up here as well as they're trying to get around. Spun out car, just looks like they run out of room. They make contact, Brock and the 20 ride. Both getting together, both up into the outside fence there as well. So a little bit of damage for Russell Martin Jr. and Isaac Brock on the racetrack. They'll both get their cars pointing back in the right direction as the Operation Gratitude, the Armed Forces number 20 ride there. A beautiful patriotic paint scheme for Russell Martin Jr. Not the evening he was hoping for here tonight, but still out there trucking along and looking to get some more damage repaired on his car. As we'll get him stacked up here. Once again, you do see that 45 ride who got into the outside wall there. That was a pretty heavy hit there for this 45. Let's see if we can play this back and see what happened as he just gets up a little bit too high and just pancakes this outside fence right there. Bam! Hard into it, and see that car shoot down the racetrack. Good heads-up moves here by the 46 to just keep himself out of trouble, staying off of that number 45 as well. Has to go down through the grass there just ever so slightly to make sure he doesn't make any contact there with him, as already a little bent out of shape and lost the momentum for the 45 ride. That contact could have spun him around in front of a lot of very tough competitors out there on the racetrack. So good heads-up driving by the 46 there, and a good save by that 45 to keep himself out of trouble as well. As we will get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Hopefully not too much damage here for that 45 ride. He's staying out there on the racetrack. He's not taking that car down pit side with the laps getting clicked down here and almost inside 10 laps left to go. He's going to keep on rolling out there and looking to see if he can try to get a good jump and a good restart now that he may get the inside lane behind our race leader of Sean Jessup. And you see a pair of the Anything EC rides sitting in that first and second position on the racetrack. So a good run here by both of these great competitors, and they're both looking to have themselves a good evening at the track here, trying to finish this one off. His teammates 1 and 2. Cody back there in third with Michael Madden in position number 4, as he's another one of those sparkle and shine Anything EC rides, as 17 of Michael Madden in the 4th position. Christian Delgado back in position number 5. Joseph Gravala, I do believe in his first run here in the series, the 44 ride that's normally run by the 44 of John Ross. It's now Joseph Gravala in that 44 ride. So Gravala taking the wheel, and he's got it almost inside the top 5 right now. Greg Berry, our 4-time winner of the series already here in the 71 ride. He's up in the 7th position, having himself another good day at the racetrack. Blake Murray looking strong here for another strong finish out of the 83, up inside the top 10. Zach Lockett, Leroy Koblenz, they're in 9th and 10th. Jeremy Vaughn back in 11th. William McKellar, Keith Hackney, Isaac Brock, our top 14. You see James Smith and Gary Wright, our top 16 here in this race. Nathan Nixon, Nathan Smith, Andrew Hainsley, and Ty Dickinson. Our top 20 here on the evening. Sean Jessic gonna get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere, as you don't want to miss out on any of this late race action. With only 10 more laps left to go next time by the start finish line, we'll see a restart with about 8 laps left to go here. So it's gonna be possibly a very short run, a shootout here to the finish of this Coke 600 here with the SlingShot Sim Racing Series, live from the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll be right back after these quick messages from Scary Strokes.
Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini-golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your coolest game over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters.
Alrighty, as the lights are back off, the official iRacing pace car. He's going to make the hard left-hand turn back down pit side, and that will unleash this field once again to our flagman and our race leader. The 19 ride of Sean Jessic is Jessic in the Anything EC Sparkle and Shine 19 ride, looking for another great restart. Now, of quarter number 4, they'll head down to the Geico restart zone, and they'll be set back loose as we are quickly back to Green Flag Racing. Sean Jessic with another great restart there as he quickly jumps up in front of the 46 ride and opening up a good lead here once again down the bottom side. He's been able to hit these restarts absolutely perfectly as, oh baby, things are getting crazy down the back straightaway. 2, 3 wide through the field here. We see the 17 ride stuck right in the middle. That's Michael Madden trying to survive here as things are going to get tight. He's got William McKellar up to his outside. Here comes Keith Acme up into the outside fence. Goes the 21 ride of Isaac Brock as he got a big piece right there. Contact! Around goes Hackney. Hackney hard into the outside fence. Another caution flag here. Heavy damage for the 19 ride. Oh no. A tough break there for Keith Hackney. A ton of damage. The Team Conti NLR Papa Mike Promotions machine as he gets a good run here down the front straightaway as you see a little contact between the 41 and the 17. They get tight off corner number 4. That gives him a big run down to the inside. Has to stick those left side tires down into the grass as they're 3 wide down across the line here. Things just get very, very tight for this number 91 ride. He's going to shoot it down the track. Unfortunately, gets a little bit of the grass here, and as he does, he comes back up the racetrack over the nose of the 17 of Michael Madden, and as he does that, he washes up into the outside fence. Heavy damage there for Michael Madden. Heavy damage for the 41 of William McKellar as well as he gets up and pancakes the outside fence. And then the 42 ride trying to keep himself out of trouble as he gets a little contact there with Michael Madden. And then Ty Dickinson, I think, is going to get a little piece of him there. And it's going to make that 42 ride go around there as well. And heavy contact, a lot of cars getting tore up there, but none as bad as that 91 ride of Keith Hackney. And his woes continue here for that 91 ride. As man, he just keeps having fast cars and good races put together, just simple mistakes, getting tied up in issues, and unfortunately the 91 ride really hasn't had the runs that he's been hoping for, and it's definitely not the way you want to be staring at any point in the race, but definitely late in the race. Pointing in the wrong direction is never a good time, and fortunately for Keith Hackney, I don't think he's having a very good time right now. He's down pit sign, getting that car repaired. We'll get all these drivers back out onto the racetrack and are ready to keep on rocking and rolling as some drivers down pit sign, getting their repairs, trying to get their cars back into racing conditions. As you see that 42, he's down pit side. He's getting that car worked on. Michael Madden down there as well, trying to get some repairs done for himself. And then Nathan Nixon, I do believe possibly in the free pass position, may get himself back on the lead lap here with the lucky dog. So Sparkle and Shine, anything EC, rock solid rig 6 ride, may get the benefit here of that lucky dog position. And back on the lead lap, Gary Wright, Nathan Smith, Andrew Hainsley, Eve Hackney, Ty Dickinson, our top 20 out there on the racetrack. Christopher DeWald back in 21st. Chris Smith down pit side is in 22nd. Russell Martin scored in 23rd. Timothy Stubblefield off the track in 24th. So is in Leighton Phillips back in 25th. John Fowler down pit side, still in the JP Designs 11 ride, scored in 26th. And we see Daniel Doe, Doug Roth, Charles Barnes, Bryce Dickinson, Cody DeForge, and Ronald Lousy rounding out the field here in this one. A lot of tore up race cars. We didn't have very many caution flags through the middle portion of this race, but a couple earlier ones, and then a few here late in this race, really tearing up a lot of equipment and taking drivers out of contention here this evening, as we'll get them ready to rock and roll, get ready to go back to green flag racing here. Glass are clicked down, and I do believe this may be our first attempt. I don't think we're going to get there, but getting very, very close to possibly having a green-white checkered finish here in this race. So that could make things that much more intense here on the evening, as the green-white checkers are always a very, very good time. They're always a lot of fun and definitely makes things very, very tough for a lot of people to try to keep themselves out of trouble, keep themselves pointed in the right direction. As see what these drivers are going to get themselves into here in this one is, and some crazy action out there. A lot of back and forth, a lot of unfortunate breaks for a lot of these drivers, and everyone's trying to keep themselves out of trouble here all evening long. We'll have to wait and see how this one all plays out. This has been a lot of fun. These guys have been putting on a great show here for us. It'll be interesting to see how this one's going to play out here to finish this one off. Let's see if we can quickly get our race leader up into the broadcast booth here for a quick in-race interview here. Hey, Sean, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
I got you.
Sean, man, you're getting ready for what could be the final restart of the evening, man. You've been able to nail these restarts and get another good look at it. You got your teammate to your outside with that 45 ride of Nicholas Cody. He's been putting the pressure on you here. You know, what's going through your mind getting ready for this, what could be the final restart?
I'm just hoping it is the final restart. I mean, this has just been a, pretty big mess these last couple laps here. I mean, we had such a good run. I was happy that caution finally came out, but I kind of wanted this to go green to the end so I could show off my long run speed. I know I'm not the fastest on the short run here, so I'm just kind of banking on get that good launch and trying to get away.
Absolutely, trying to get that good launch and trying to park that 19 right up here in victory lane. Good luck out there, Sean, and hopefully we'll see you up here in the broadcast booth in just a few more moments.
All right, thank you. Talk to you soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you heard it there from our race leader as he's getting ready to try to nail this restart. As he is currently out in front, the lights are off the official iRacing pace car. And he'll get ready to set this field loose once again. As the 19 down through the Geico restart zone, looking for that jump he was talking about, looking for that big boost of momentum, and he gets it once again. Quickly jumps up, clears the outside lane, tries to get a good angle into corner number 1, and he's looking to put the power down. There's only 3 more laps left to go here in this race. Sean Jessic leads the way, but contact back there behind him, and the caution flag will come back out. The big one down the back straightaway. A ton of drivers getting tore up. Zach Lockett absolutely destroyed here in the Tennessee Titans 93 ride. As that car is all sorts of messed up there on the racetrack. I do believe the 44 ride. Joseph Gravala getting collected in that one, and a lot of drivers getting a lot of damage there. Down the back straightaway, and unfortunately, 19 ride's going to have to find another gear for this next restart. As here you go, just out at corner number 2. Not sure, I think that's the 44 ride. Unfortunate break here for Joseph Gravala. Has been having such a good run all evening long, and see him up here trying to go a little 3 wide on the restart, and he gets up to the outside, up to the top shelf. Car just gets loose. The rear end just kind of steps out on him. Fortunately, as it does, he shoots down the racetrack right into the door panel of the 93 Lockett, which brings them both up the racetrack right in front of the Sim Motion 44 ride's teammate there, the 31 of Christian Delgado. And then from that point on, it's on like Donkey Kong, nowhere to go as the 3rd Sim Motion ride gets collected there in that one. You see the 41 of William McKellar in there as well, the 6th ride. Nathan Nixon getting some pretty heavy damage. Michael Madden with some damage there, and a bunch of drivers just getting absolutely tore up down this back straightaway. Let's see if we can get another look at it here from the 93 ride. As, man, he goes for a wild ride and some heavy hits here. Heavy contact down the racetrack. Smith getting a good piece of that one as well. Michael Madden, Gary Wright, all getting tied up in that one. Gary Wright always seems to somehow find himself in or around these wrecks, and he's been a good cameraman for us all evening long. As we'll jump on board here with that one ride as he slides into it here, and just going to have nowhere to go. All of a sudden, there's 4 or 5 cars right in front of him sideways, and this time, unfortunately, gets a piece of that 93 ride. He's been able to avoid quite a few throughout the evening. Unfortunately, that time, just nothing he could do right there, and a pretty tore-up race car. And fortunately for him, unfortunately for a lot of others, and tore up late in this race, and Michael Madden just nowhere to go. Tough break for all 3 of the Sim Motion rides, as mostly it starts with Gravala, and then you see all the other ones getting collected in this one as well, as Gravala gets loose, clips the 93. You see the 31 nowhere to go. The 42 gets contact and shoved down into the inside wall, and tons of debris, tons of carnage, and tons of tore up race cars here in the front of the field. We'll get them all back out there onto the racetrack here, hopefully, as we do see Nathan Smith coming back down pit side looking for some repairs. Michael Madden, he's going to roll back out onto the track here. James Smith down pit side getting some repairs done to his car still. Gravala rolling out there, but a ton of damage on that 44 ride. Willie McKellar, bit of damage there for himself, as we're getting stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing, as the 19 of Sean Jessic did not want to see that caution flag come back out late in this race, as he's going to have Nicholas Cody back to his outside here on the restart. Adam Pettit there in 3rd, and now Greg Goberry are already our 4-time winner here of the series. They're in position number 4 and looking for more. Blake Murray, one of the newcomers here in the series, been having himself some very solid runs, some very strong races, and he's there in position number 5 on the racetrack with a fairly clean car and his teammate in the House of Speed. Papa Mike Promotions, NLR, Team Conti, GG's number 2 ride of Jeremy Vaughn there in position number 6. A fairly tore up and beaten up Sim Motion Majors Garage 31 ride. Christian Delgado there in 7th. And you see the Pabst Blue Ribbon 21 of Isaac Brock in the 8th spot. The Keller and the Dragon Ball Z Machine there in position number 9. And Michael Madden tore up, but still out there rolling our top 10. Nathan Smith scored in 11th. Gravala scored in position number 12. Gary Wright, the first car 1 lap down right now, scored in 13th position. Andrew Ainsley back in 14th. Leroy Koblenz back in 15th. And then unfortunately for James Smith down pit side, Zach Lockett also down pit side of the 93. Ryan Ty Dickinson, he scored right now in the 18th position. He's looking to go around both those drivers and trying to work himself a little closer here to the top 15 before the evening's done. As Ethan Nixon off the track, you do see Christopher DeWald still out there rolling in the 20th position as Hackney's taking himself off the track. Chris Smith still rolling out there. Actually, Chris Smith is also off the racetrack. Same with, I believe, Russell Martin back out there. So good to see Russell Martin back out on the track. Going to try to get as many points as possible here for that 20 ride. And unfortunately, a lot of drivers just running into issues here late in this race as we'll get ready for our first attempt at NASCAR overtime here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Green, white, checkered finish. As long as the race leader can come back and see that white flag fly. Once that white flag is out and the driver's across the line, the next flag will end it no matter what. Whether it's a caution flag or a checkered flag. That white flag is displayed. We will get one more lap left in this race, and that's exactly what Sean Jessic is looking to see, is that white flag fly and then him across the line in P1. Hoping that maybe see his teammate right there behind him go with him as he gets another great restart here. You see Grango Berry giving a great shove to the 45 ride of Nicholas Cody, and that's going to put Berry to the outside. So Berry looking to the outside here of that 45 ride for position number 2 is out in front down the back straightaway. Our race leader, Sean Jessic, looking to run away with it, but here comes Grango Berry, a big head of steam here. The Liberty University 71 ride sends it in there deep, gets up into the outside wall ever so slightly, looking to carry that momentum down the front straightaways. The white flag has been displayed one more time around here for Sean Jessic to be able to get it done and pick up the checkered flag here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Jessic down out of corner number 2 has a couple car length lead between himself and Nicholas Cody. As Cody has Adam Pettit, Grango Berry right there behind him. Jeremy Vaughn trying to work himself inside the top 3 is down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. The 19 of Sean Jessic is going to pick up the checkered flag here this evening from the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway as he gets it done here in the SlingShot Sim Racing Series, presented to you by Race City Racing Memorabilia. Sean Jessic able to get it done. Adam Pettit, his teammate, going to come home in position number 2. So it's in anything EC, Sparkle and Shine. 1-2 finish, and then Nicholas Cody going to come home in position number 3. A great run all evening long for that Tracker Boats Bass Pro Shop number 45 ride. But the end of the day, as the dust settles here at Charlotte, only one driver gets to celebrate here on the front straightaway, and it's the 19 ride of Sean Jessic as he picks up the win and parks himself in victory lane. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our race winner, Sean Jessic, as Jessic gets the win, puts himself into victory lane. What a run and what a drive there by this 19 ride. You talked to him just before that second last restart, and you could hear, he was a little bit nervous about these restarts in his short run speed, but he had enough short run speed to hold these guys off and put himself up into victory lane. We'll get ready to pull these drivers up into the broadcast booth for their post-race interviews. Carol Hainsley says, great race, everyone. Great race. Absolutely a great race. These guys put on a heck of a show here for us all to enjoy. And, man, that was a lot of fun. A lot of great racing action, door-to-door, fender-to-fender, wheels up, elbows up, racing here all evening long. And it got a little hectic there at the end, but end of the day, Sean Jessic getting the win here in this one, as we'll get him up into the broadcast booth. Waiting for them to jump up into the waiting room, but man, ladies and gentlemen, give it up here for our top 3 finishers. Ty Dickinson says, great race, top 3. I mean, for the most part, it was a great race all evening long. I mean, I'd say that was probably the longest green flag run I think we've had here in the series. Almost 100 laps, I do believe. That middle section, man, was just so perfect. Everyone doing a great job keeping it, nice and clean and respectful. And, for the most part, it looked like it was going to be a very low caution flag race until those final laps. Once you kind of get everyone bunched back together, everyone, on different strategies, different tires, everyone trying to get everything they can. And unfortunately, just a few of them getting tied up there, and some pretty good damage there late in this one. As Knight says, well deserved, Sean. He's probably peeing right now like the rest of us. Probably, yeah. I mean, hey, you know what? All these drivers are very well hydrated, and once you race for 2+ hours out there on the racetrack. That's a long time to try to hold it in. So hopefully everyone's good. It's yeah, the hashtag Sweet Tea Porta Potties. Hashtag Sweet Tea Porta Potties. That way you guys can you need like a hashtag Sweet Tea like portable pee bag or something that everyone can use, a little bit of a catheter, and that way guys can just go pee while they're racing. That's what you should make, Ty, right there. Is your own custom portable waste disposal bag for in the race car. Mama Bear says congrats to the top 3 as well. A great race there for all the drivers in our top 3, putting on a heck of a show there late in this race for us. And Carol says congratulations to Sean Jessic as well. Sean with a big run right there as well in that 19 ride, as we'll get ready to pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey Sean, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Sean, man, what a run, what a race. We talked to you there before that second to last caution flag, and you talked about how you didn't think you really had that great short run speed, but man, oh man, that green-white checkered, you were able to find enough short run speed that you needed to be able to pull this 19 right up into victory lane.
Yeah, I knew I had the long run speed. I was reeling in cars in front of me that pit 22 laps after me towards the end of that first run there. So I know I had a pretty good handle on that long run speed. And thankfully there for that short run, I was able to get a pretty good launch, even though the 2 cars to my outside still jumped the restart. So thankfully I was able to get in front of them without any issues. I know my teammate Adam wasn't as fortunate. But those 3 guys battling for second, third, and fourth kind of let me get away from everyone without any issues. So it's pretty nice there on the way out.
Absolutely, definitely a little bit of a fresh air there as you were able to kind of clear those guys as they battled back there for position number 2. I'm sure you were looking in that rear view mirror, seeing where the big run was going to come. I'm sure Adam was talking to you, letting you know kind of deal, where the runs are coming, or Nicholas Cody or Grego Berry was able to try to get to your back bumper there to give you the heads up, but you had that clean racetrack, that clean air on the front nose of this 19 ride, and you're able to just power down, give yourself that couple car length lead, and just hold it there. Those final closing laps, man. Take us back through them, and we're getting a little bit nervous there, on that restart when you saw the 45 in front of Cody. You saw that 71 of Grego Berry trying to hunt you down, especially Berry being such a fierce competitor, already picking up 4 checkered flags in the series. Anytime he's up towards the front of the field late in these races, you gotta get a little nervous with him back there.
I wasn't too nervous, to be totally honest with you. I knew if the only way they were going to be able to beat me is if they got to my outside, and we just didn't have enough laps for them to even get the chance to. It was just a caution fest there at the end, and I knew if they even tried getting to my outside, if they even got anywhere close to me, I was running the middle lane in whatever corner I was going up to and get that run away from them, and I would have been fine. So I knew as long as I, had a decent enough launch that the win wasn't going to be any issue there for me.
Absolutely. Well, you had a game plan, and it all works out here for you in this one as you park that Anything EC ride up here in victory lane. Sean, who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance, picking up the checkered flag here at Charlotte Motor Speedway?
I'd like to thank, first off, Sparkle and Shine, Anything EC, and all the other companies associated with them. They support me, so I support them. That's why they're all over my car. So they're just great companies over there. I'd like to thank all my teammates. We're putting in work before, getting some practice in, and helping each other out as the run went on. We got long green flag run there, so we were kind of relaying information the whole time. What gear we were in, what lines we were running, who's run what laps, that kind of stuff. So we had a whole lot of communication going on there, so it was pretty good. I'd like to thank you up in the booth, putting this on every week, so I look forward to watching this one back for sure, especially with that green flag run we had there. It was pretty fun tonight.
Absolutely, a lot of fun racing, a lot of great back and forth, a lot of great battles out there as the dust flies here at Charlotte. You're able to pull yourself up into victory lane and, getting that win, making sure that, you're locked into the playoffs, making sure that you get those bonus points and everything else. It's got to be a good boost of confidence knowing that we got a little bit of a stretch here towards, our playoff run, about halfway through the regular season so far before the playoffs get underway.
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy to be locked in, for sure.
Absolutely, Sean. Enjoy the win. Enjoy Victory Lane. Don't party too hard down there, and we can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack next Wednesday.
I can't party too hard. I got work tomorrow. Thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy your night. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up for Sean Jessic as he comes home with the win in this one. Jessic parking it up in Victory Lane. A great run and a great drive there for the 19 machine. Unfortunately, it looks like our second place driver has already left the building as well, so that is a tough break right there. I'm not sure what might have happened there, but our second place car has evacuated the building. So unfortunately for Adam Pettit, we won't be able to pull him in here for his post-race interview, but a huge shout out there for the 46 ride of Pettit, man. A great run and a great drive by him all evening long, and a 1-2 finish there for the Anything EC Sparkle and Shine rides as the sun is setting here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll get ready to pull in our third place finisher as he waits down pit side. We'll get ready to pull Nicholas Cody up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Nicholas, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Nick, man, a great run and a solid performance here for you today. We saw you jump up, after those early 2 caution flags. You were able to get, a very, very fast car out there and able to pick off a lot of cars in a quick hurry. Got yourself out in front and built a good lead during that good long green flag run as everyone was coming down pit side. A little strategy move. You stayed out there, about 15 laps, 10, 15 laps longer than pretty much everybody else out there on the racetrack. Then you come down pit side, you come back out, you're about 11 seconds, 12 seconds behind our race leader, Sean Jessic. You're in the process of hunting him down. You got him reeled in within a few car lengths, and then our third caution flag comes out there, and that kind of killed all that pit strategy that you had, everything else, man. How do you kind of keep yourself focused after the strategy kind of goes out the window?
Yeah, I think I was in the catbird seat to win. Heads up, Sean was better than all of us, but I knew we had to pit, and I had enough fuel to make it, and then the caution came out, and it just ruined it. But yeah, fun race though, got the stage win.
Absolutely, getting those extra points towards the playoffs and everything else, and being able to still pull it off and have yourself a good evening up inside the top 3. It's going to feel pretty good, but definitely not the spot you want to be. I'm sure you want to be a couple spots better and up in victory lane there, but man, a very valiant effort as a lot of restarts late in this race. You're trying to hit those restarts perfectly to try to beat Sean Jessic, and unfortunately, you may have had a faster car than him, you may not have, but we couldn't really pull it off or see what you guys had for each other. We never really had a long enough run late in this race to really see each other hunt him down and try to battle with him, or even throw, Greg O'Barry or Adam Pettit or Jeremy Vaughn into the mix of things up there at the front of the field to see how it could really play off. But those abundance of caution flags kind of making it a short run race, and fortunately just couldn't quite get it done here in this one.
Yeah, cautions bring cautions, and towards the end of the race, I wish we had a long green flag run. I would have loved to see if I could have hung and passed Sean, but he did a great job. He definitely deserves it.
Absolutely, a great job by him and a great job by yourself as you park that 45 ride, though, up on the podium here in position number 3. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this evening?
Oh, like always, you do an amazing job on the broadcast, and to John Fowler for putting the league on. This was a fun race.
Absolutely, a lot of fun, a lot of green flag laps out there, which we always like to see, and we can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack next Wednesday, Nicholas. Hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth, maybe a couple spots better and up in victory lane yourself.
Yeah, that's the goal. Have a good night.
Absolutely, you as well. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our third place finisher, Nicholas Cody. Is Nicholas coming home there in position number 3 on the racetrack. A lot of fun, a lot of great driving, a lot of great racing here. Door-to-door battles, fenders flaring, elbows up, battling here all evening long. As the dust settles, Sean Jacek able to get the win here from the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway with the SlingShot Sim Racing Series presented to you by Race City Racing Memorabilia. As we got one more thing to do here as Ronald Zizo, hopefully I'm saying that right. Ronald coming in, hitting that follow button. Ronald, welcome to the PeaceMaker family. Welcome to the PeaceMaker Crew, coming in, smashing that follow button here as well on the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share, hit the follow, hit that subscribe button. Even if you're rewatching the broadcast, make sure you do those steps. Make sure you hit the like and the share at least, and help grow the channel more and more and more. And even post-live engagement helps us grow that much more as well. As we're going to get ready for our Butt Crack Motorsports lucky number giveaway here. We're going to be pulling in a random number as we had, let me double check here, 32 cars start this evening. So 32 drivers are going to get an opportunity here to win an extra bit of a payday here, brought to you by our amazing sponsor over on Butt Crack Motorsports. So what we'll do is we're going to pull this down right here so you guys get an opportunity to look. So we're going to randomly draw a number here, 1 to 32. Whichever number it lands on is the lucky winner of the giveaway here, the cash giveaway from Butt Crack Motorsports. Our boy Russell Martin Jr. coming on board to do that as we're going to generate it. We're just going to do it one time this time. It's on number 1. I think Sean Jacek is happy that he already won it. I don't think it's going to go back to number 1 here. It still could, but we're going to leave it there and just do one spin right here. 1 to 32. Whichever position it lands on, the corresponding position, the driver that finished there in that number will earn themselves an extra payday. So one spin to rule them all. Number 7, 7th place driver Isaac Brock picking up the extra payday here from our sponsors over at Butt Crack Motorsports. Congratulations there to the 7th place finisher, the 21 ride of Isaac Brock, picking up that extra bit of a payday here. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, absolutely amazing racing action, absolutely amazing day here at the track as we are going to end it there on that note. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and I will see you guys all back here tomorrow evening for some more racing action. But peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen.
Brooks, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini-golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome to Scary Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini-golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome to Scary Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini-golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP Party Pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience